So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and more specifically, we are here in Michaud State Forest, not too far from the town of Pond Banks, off of Route 997, if you know where that is. But this is in south central PA, and I've been doing a lot of research about Bigfoot in Pennsylvania, which I did a video on that earlier. Apparently, Michaud State Forest is quite the hotspot for Bigfoot sightings. That's why we're here today. Because I did that intro video, actually last week I did that intro video, but today this is the first video where we actually go out to a spot where Bigfoot has been reportedly spotted. I do have a story to tell you. I have a story written out. Someone gave, they're camping out here one night, and we'll talk about a story when we get out this way. Because we're going to a spot called Brown Rocks. Actually, on the other side of the road is a spot called White Rocks. Both are used for rock climbing by individuals. So we're gonna head to Brown Rocks. And before I forget to mention it, I am gonna place another channel sticker out here today. This will be number 69, I believe, at Brown Rocks. And I'm also doing another mug giveaway. This is the new Naomi mug. Speaking of Naomi, right here she is. This is her on the mug. So I'll be putting this out here somewhere today as well, along with channel sticker. And then I also have several pictures to share too. I think for channel stickers number 63 and 64 I'll share in this video. But I'll do all that after we tell the story about what happened here at Brown Rocks. But let me show you where I am first for those who be interested in coming here. So the road we came in on here is called White Rocks Road. If you follow that back, it takes you back to the town of Pond Bank, the intersection town with Route 997. Come on up, it's paved at first, it turns to gravel, but then you get this nice little gravel parking lot where Naomi is sitting, and the trail looks like it goes on down this way. The road keeps on going, but we don't need to worry about that. So let's head on down to Brown Rocks. Just want to quick point out, the trail does come down. It is blocked by some trees that look like they were deliberately placed there, along with some other rocks, but I think it's to keep people from driving back this way, I'm going to assume. It's a nice stream here. It looks like the trail is, oh no, I see posted signs up here. Does that mean our trail is posted? Ah, man. Let me check my GPS again. Alright, so good news. Once you get to these first posted signs, there's the first one right there. If you look to your left, there is a trail that goes off this way. And this is on state forest land. And I just checked my GPS and this heads towards Brown Rocks. So we're good to go. And so are you if you come out here to check this place out or to come looking for the mug. There's a distinct trail used by humans and perhaps others as well. So it brings you out to an interesting area here. Looks like our trail goes on that way. But there's a man-made structure up here. Not entirely sure what this is. Some abutments maybe? Alright. Nothing to do with Bigfoot, but I am going to come up this way. The trail we took popped out of the woods right down here. Looks like there's another trail going down that way. There's trails everywhere here, but I'm going to come up to this and follow this very distinctive trail up. Can you get up here? Okay, because I wonder... Oh yeah, look at all the rocks over there. We're indeed in the location. Cool. Almost looks like an old quarry here. Yeah, tall rock walls over there. We might walk over there in a bit. But the story I'm going to tell you he does mention a flat area. I wonder if this is right where he camped. Because there's a nice flat area here where you could camp, set up a tent. Yeah. Wow. Alright, I'm going to find a spot to sit down. And we'll walk this way a little bit. And remember, as I tell you this story, it's up to you to decide what to believe. As I mentioned in the very first video, my intro to this series, I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I'm going to let you decide. I'll tell you the story. I'll make you a few thoughts on what I think it could have been, but I'll let you decide. You can say in the comments what you think about this story. Is there any truth to it, or is there something else that could be going on here that explains what this person experienced? You know, you can see the walls of that quarry. Looks like people climb up that way. Alright, so I'm going to read this story to you. It's just a short little story. Might have a little trouble reading it, the grammar's a little bit off, but I'll put down here, where down at the bottom of the screen, where I got this story from, or maybe a link down in the description. But let me read this to you. Let me get my other glasses on, my reading glasses. So this is dated June 2017, White Rocks, PA, which is where we're at. Description: night camping near the edge of a rock face called Brown Rock. During the night, while I had my small campfire, I keep feeling like I'm being watched, but can never see anything. About 30 yards from where my hammock was set up, there was a nice flat spot, which could have been where we are right now, or maybe over where I showed you earlier, nice flat spot. Half an hour after putting out my fire, it says leaves were brushed about with a branch, and there were branch snaps for about 15 minutes. It ended with a loud grunt/roar, and it took off full speed through the woods. Then it let out the sound 2 more times, like a small grunt, a roar. It was fast in the forest, and it was a little after midnight, and the footfalls were very heavy, so not like a little raccoon or something. It left for about 10 minutes, only to return and repeat the same actions as before, with the brush for about 10-15 minutes, and then it was gone. Never heard it come back or leave. So what exactly did this person experience when they were out here? You know, they're out here by themselves. You know, sometimes your imagination can run wild, but the account doesn't seem to be exaggerated at all. You know, it just seems to be straightforward. This is what he experienced. I didn't get the feeling of someone exaggerating at all, but you know, so he heard something around his campsite, brushing leaves, snapping branches, and he heard that grunt/roar. You know, just hearing something brushing around the leaves around your campsite is nothing to be overly alarmed about. It just could be like a deer or a raccoon. But to hear something grunt and roar, I don't know, that's something a little bit different. You know, deer make grunting noises. If you've never heard a deer grunt in the woods, it can be kind of alarming at first, or if you encounter one at night, like in your backyard sometimes. But he's a grunt/roar. Deer don't really roar, so. You mentioned that the footsteps sounded heavy as well. So, what could it be? You know, what did he experience? You know, like I said, you can put your thoughts down in the comments below. I might sit here and think a little bit on my own before I get back with you. I might walk around a little bit too, just to see what else is here in this spot. And just another thought too, this does seem to be a popular spot. There's evidence of a campfire right there, there's some graffiti there, there's more graffiti up there. So I wonder, you know, did someone see his car or his vehicle parked where we parked and figure someone was out here camping? Was it a practical joke by someone? Or did some of his friends know he was going to be out here? You know? Something to consider too. Like I said, this place is well known, popular in the area. So did some folks come out here and try to give him a scare? I mean, that is a possibility. but only if people knew he was going to be out here. I don't think just some random people, now that I think about it, just some random people seeing his car would come out here and try to scare someone. I mean, maybe they would. Because that could go terribly wrong too, if you think about it. Because if the person you're scaring out here is armed in a certain way, that could go really bad for you if you're out here trying to pretend you're Bigfoot. So maybe that's not such a good idea. And as I'm walking around, I don't feel anything odd. I don't feel like I'm being watched or anything. I know he mentioned that in his little description what happened. And a lot of other people have mentioned that too when they have sightings. They feel like they're being watched. Or they smell something too, something awful. Of course, that was dated 2017, so obviously it was a little bit of time ago. Not terribly long ago compared to some stories, but it's just because something was experienced then doesn't mean I would experience anything today, but I'm just relaying what I'm feeling, or lack of, at this spot. And of course, I'm not here at night either like that person was. But from a Bigfoot perspective, if someone was camping down here, up top here would be a great place to watch that person from. And then if that person felt that presence of something watching, if Bigfoots are territorial, that would explain maybe why, walking around the campsite, with a branch, almost like he was circling a campsite and roaring, trying to scare the person off or try to let the person know that this is their territory or they don't belong here. Just thinking of it from that perspective. Just trying to look at it from different sides, different perspectives. I don't want to be one-sided when I do these videos, this series. Anything historical. I can talk about my history videos. You should always try to see things from both sides to get a real picture of what perhaps is going on. It definitely has a tendency to be a party spot too. I see lots of broken glass. These fire mounds are more glass and beer cans up here. Like I say, here's a little bit of that graffiti. So to me that does affect the story to some extent. Alright, but I'm going to go ahead and stash that channel sticker and mug at a location down here. I think down where those man-made piers were. Now, I got some pictures to share with you. Some other people found channel stickers. And I'll get back on topic. I'll kind of summarize what I think about what happened here. Alright, so we're back here at these strange stone and concrete piers. I think there's like a rock or a sand quarry here or something. Maybe right next to the steep path that goes up to where the quarry is up there. But right in here, at the corner here, I'll place the mug and the channel sticker. And we're just going to cover them with leaves, a whole bunch of leaves. And that's where it is. And we'll even put this small rock on top. Right there you go. Alright, so once again, that's the little trail that we took to get here, which took us down to the other road with the posted signs. But just up here then, as soon as you come out, you'll see those ruins right there. And then you'll see what's up there. So it takes you to the quarry where the incident happened, and then just, of course, down there is the mug. Alright then, like I said, I have two other pictures to share with you then. Channel sticker number 63. Of course, we just did 69 here. That's the one I placed at Brigantine Beach over in New Jersey. Austin and Marissa found that one. I wasn't sure if anyone could find that one, but they got to it, so I'll share their picture. And then number 64 is the one I placed at the Carranza Monument, also over there in New Jersey, in the Pine Barrens. And that one was found by Bill. He got there first. I don't know if anybody else looked for those two, but those are the folks that got them. So I'll share Bill's photo with you. I know he was happy to get out there and find it, so I'll share his photo with you. And then channel sticker number 65, that's the one I placed along the Turkey Path up at the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. I didn't hear from anyone about that one. Don't know if anybody went looking for it or if it was found, so I have nothing to say about that one. And then 66 and 67, those were found, but I'll share those with you in another video, not this one. Just one last look at the area. Of course, there's the trail that goes out just up there where the ruins, and up in there is brown rocks where that campsite was. Of course, it just got kind of dark all of a sudden, a little cloudy. So, what do I think? So what I'm going to tell you is not a definitive answer, it's just some of my own thoughts. I'm leaving it up to you, like I said, to decide for yourself. But yeah, the only thing, like if it was just someone feeling like they were watched and hearing noises like brush and twigs snap, that wouldn't really convince me of anything at all, because that could be any kind of animal. But the grunting and the roaring, that's kind of a problem for just having like a deer being around your tent or some other animal. Can't think of any animal in the Pennsylvania woods that roars. If the person's being honest, you do have to take that into consideration sometimes with these stories. But not really sure what a grunt I could handle. Like I said, deer grunt, especially if you've never heard one grunt. Like it can be quite startling sometimes, especially if they're really close to you. But they don't really roar, though. I'm not sure of anything that roars. So yeah, that's the only thing that's the one catch for me there. From just tossing the story aside altogether. But yeah, you can let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like, you decide. What do you think happened here? All right. And just another little piece of helpful advice: if you come here and it comes time to make your way back, right up there's ruins. Don't take the first trail that goes that way. That takes you kind of up this way. There's another trail. The trail you came in on is right back down this way. So keep that in mind, because I started heading back that way. I think it's the trail I pointed out earlier in the video, but that just takes you back up to the top. So you want to head down just a little bit more to this trail right here. All right, this is the way you want to go back to the parking lot. Especially if a Bigfoot is chasing you. But anyway, that'll probably be it for this video. I'm making my way back. But like I said, you can decide on your own. I'd love to hear what other people have to say. Once again, if you have your own stories or other sites where I can find other experiences to share in this series, I'd love to be able to do that. Like I said, I'm trying to take a open attitude towards these experiences. All right. Just got to find a title to this video, you know, Terror at Brown Rocks, or The Creature of Brown Rocks, or something like that. We'll see. Alright, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one, hopefully.